Hello grade 9 students, welcome back. This is video lesson number 10 and I am Madhu Vadke. We will continue with chapter 2, that is polynomials. In previous video class we learned how to find the zeros of a polynomial. In today's class we will understand remainder theorem and apply this theorem in finding the remainder when a polynomial divides another polynomial. All concepts and questions done in the video lesson are to be written in your notebooks neatly along with the video, like you do it in a classroom setup. The division of polynomial by another polynomial is the same like the division process involved in numbers. For example, let's consider that we are dividing 25 by 3. Then we know that the remainder here will be 1. So we can write 25, which is called the dividend, 3 is called the divisor. So 25 can be written as quotient multiplied by the divisor plus the remainder, that is 1. This is same as dividend. I'll write dividend by capital T, quotient multiplied by the divisor by small d plus the remainder. If we divide 24 by 3, then we know that the remainder is 0. This can be written as 24 equal to 8 times 3 plus 0. Then we can say that 3 divides 24 completely because the remainder is 0. In other words, 3 is a factor of 24. Let's extend this idea to the division of polynomials. So we will take one polynomial p of x equal to say x cube plus x square minus 2x plus 1, and another polynomial in x as x minus 3. Now p of x and g of x are a way to write a polynomial in x. P in bracket x means a polynomial in x and g of x is just another polynomial. P of x is the dividend and the other polynomial is x minus 3. This polynomial is divisor. Before starting to divide, we will arrange the terms of the dividend in descending order of the power of variables. In this polynomial, this is already done. So we will write it down, x cube plus x square minus 2x plus 1 divided by x minus 3. Now we are going to find out the quotient, but it has to be done in steps. To find the first term of the quotient, we divide the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. So in your rough column, you will divide x cube by x and we get x square. So x square is the first term of the quotient. Now we multiply x square with every term of the divisor. So x square multiplied by x minus 3 will give us x cube minus 3x square. We will write these terms under the like terms. So x cube comes here, minus 3x square under the x square term. And now we subtract these two expressions. To do that, we will change the sign. So x cube minus x cube becomes 0. Plus x square plus 3x square becomes 4x square. Minus 2x plus 1. Carry down all the remaining terms of the dividend. Now we need to find the second term of the quotient. For that we will divide the first term of this expression that we have got after subtracting by the first term of the divisor. So 4x square divided by x will give 4x. So that is plus 4x is the second term. Now we multiply 4x with the remaining terms of the divisor. So 4x multiplied by x minus 3 gives us 4x square minus 12x. So writing like terms under the like terms, then we change the sign in order to subtract. So 4x square minus 4x square is 0, and here we get 10x plus 1. Now again we repeat the same thing to find the third term. So 10x, we are dividing the term with the highest power in this expression by the first term of the divisor. So we get 10. So the third term is plus 10. Multiplying 10 with each term of the divisor, we get 10x minus 10 into 3 will give us 30. Now subtracting the 2, so we change the sign and we get here 31. So the remainder is also a polynomial. Remember, we had studied a constant number is also a polynomial. We will write it as r in bracket x equal to 31. The quotient is x square plus 4x plus 10. Divisor is x minus 3. So in order to find the remainder, we use the long division, which is such a long method. Now let's try another method to find the remainder. So what we will do is we will equate the divisor to 0. So x minus 3 is 0. Now on solving we will get x equal to 3. Let's find the value of polynomial, which is the dividend. X cube plus x square minus 2x plus 1. Let us find the value of this polynomial at 3. So replacing 3 in each term, we get 27 plus 9 minus 6 plus 1. On calculating this, we get 31. And you notice that this is the same number that we got as the remainder by long division method. Let us try this method with another set of polynomials. Let's say p of x, which is dividend is x cube plus 1 and the divisor is x plus 1. Let's use the long division method to find the remainder. Now the dividend has a degree of 3. There are no terms with power 2 and 1. So we will have to write those terms as 0x square plus 0x plus 1. I have written my dividend in descending order of the power of variable, and the terms which are not there I have written them as 0x square and 0x. This is done because during division we will get x square and x terms. So let's start dividing. Divisor, we get x cube plus x square. Now find the difference. To do that, first change the sign. So x cube minus x cube is 0. Here on adding the x square terms, we get minus x square. Carry down the remaining terms. Now take the first term of the expression that we have obtained and divided by the first term of the divisor. So we get minus x. So minus x is the second term of the quotient. multiply minus x with the divisor. So we get minus x square minus x. Find the difference. To do that, change the sign. So x square term gets cancelled. We have x plus 1. Now divide the first term here divided by the first term of the divisor. We get 1. So the third term of the quotient is 1. Multiply 1 with the divisor. So we get x plus 1. Subtracting the 2, we get 0. In this case, the remainder is 0. The divisor is x plus 1. Now let's equate the divisor to 0. Solving this equation, we get x equal to minus 1. Let's find the value of this polynomial x cube plus 1 at minus 1. So we get p of minus 1 is equal to minus 1 to the power 3 plus 1, which is minus 1 plus 1, that is equal to 0. So we see that by the simple method we get the remainder, and we know that when the remainder is 0, the divisor is a factor of the dividend. Now instead of using long division method, we can use this method that I have shown here to find the remainder, which is much easier. This result is called as remainder theorem, which states that let p of x be any polynomial of degree greater than 1 or equal to 1, and let a be any real number if p of x is divided by the linear polynomial x minus a, then the remainder is given by p of a. Let's look at the example again and try to understand. In this example, a is minus 1. So the divisor will be written as x minus a, which is equal to x minus minus 1, and that is equal to x plus 1. So we get the same divisor that we had. When we divide polynomial x cube plus 1 by this divisor, then the remainder is obtained. In previous example, x minus 3 is the divisor. When we equated the divisor to 0, we got x equal to 3. So here our number a is 3. According to the theorem, x minus a becomes the divisor. So x minus 3, when we substitute a as 3, x minus 3 becomes the divisor. And we can see that in this question the divisor is x minus 3. When the given polynomial is divided by x minus 3, then the remainder is 31, which is the value of polynomial at a. Let us write these results in a shorter way so that it becomes easier to remember. When we divide a polynomial p of x by a polynomial x minus a, then the remainder is p of a. And we also know that if the remainder is 0, then x minus a is a factor of p of x. Of course, p of x should be a polynomial with degree greater than or equal to 1, and a is any real number. Let us apply the remainder theorem in finding remainder in this example. Find the remainder when p of x is equal to x to the power 4 plus 1 is divided by x plus 1. This is a direct question, a direct application of the theorem. So first we will equate the divisor. The divisor is this, x plus 1. First we will equate the divisor to 0 and then find the value of x, which is minus 1. According to theorem, this is the value of a. Then we find the value of polynomial at minus 1, which is same as p of a according to the theorem. So substituting minus 1 in place of x, on solving we get 1 plus 1, because minus 1 to the power 4 will be plus 1 equal to 2. Now according to the theorem, remainder is p of a. So that is equal to 2. Find the remainder when x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a is divided by x minus a. In this question, x minus a is the divisor, so x minus a be equal to 0. So solving this equation we get x equal to a. Now we find the value of polynomial at a. Replacing x with a in every term of the polynomial, we get a cube minus a cube plus 6a minus a are like terms, so we can add them. We get plus 5a. A cube minus a cube becomes 0, so the answer is 5a. So remainder is 5a. Second question, check whether 7 plus 3x is a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. So which one is the divisor here? Polynomial with the smaller degree. So let's equate the divisor to zeros. Let 7 plus 3x equal to 0. On solving this, we get x equal to minus 7 on 3. Now let's find the value of polynomial at x equal to minus 7 on 3. So p of minus 7 on 3 is equal to 3 times minus 7 on 3 cube plus 7 times minus 7 on 3. On calculating, this will be minus 343 divided by 9 minus 49 on 3. Taking the LCM, minus 343 minus 147. On adding, we get minus 490 divided by 9. This number is not equal to 0. We know that if the remainder is 0, only then the divisor will be a factor of the polynomial. So we can say 7 plus 3x is not a factor. We can have different types of application questions based on remainder theorem. Question 3 is one such question. Let us try. When 6x square plus ax plus 7 is divided by x minus 2, the remainder is 13. What is the value of a? Let's write down what is given in the question. Polynomial p of x is 6x square plus ax plus 7. The divisor is x minus 2 and the remainder is given already, that is 13. We know that the remainder is the value of polynomial at a, where a is obtained by equating x minus a to 0, where x minus a is the divisor. So let the divisor in this question, x minus 2, be equal to 0. So x is equal to 2. This is a. So the remainder is equal to p of 2, and that is equal to 13. So let's substitute the value of 2 in the polynomial 6x square plus ax plus 7. This implies 6 times 2 square plus a times 2 plus 7 is equal to 13. So this gives us an equation. Solving this equation, we get 24 plus 2a plus 7 equal to 13. So 2a is equal to 13 minus 24 minus 7. 2a is equal to 13 minus 31, which is equal to minus 18. So a is equal to minus 18 on 2, that is equal to minus 9. With this, we come to the end of this video lesson. Your assignment is exercise 2.3, question number 1. Goodbye.